So, I don't think that you lose because you're unlucky. I think that you lose because you don't make your own luck. You're thinking, what is he even on about? Well, the more you get after something, the more effort you put in, the more time you spend on it, the higher chances you're going to get to actually do said thing. In turn, kind of like creating your own luck. But if you stick to the same goals, same habits, same routines, nothing's going to change. Everything's going to just stay exactly the same. But then you sit there complaining that nothing changes when you don't make changes yourself. Funnily enough, it starts with you. I would say that large majority of people just kind of follow the same script, the ones that their parents gave them, the ones that they kind of heard at school, at work, and they just kind of get dictated by everyone else around them to do the same things over and over again, and then just not being able to get ahead. But to outperform everybody else out there, you have to do the things they don't do. If they don't go to the gym, you need to work out. If they don't work on themselves, you need to consume knowledge. If they don't have a side hustle, you need to get out there and make one. Realistically, it's not very complicated. It might be difficult, by no means is it easy, but in the root of it all, it is simple. And well, by literally doing the exact opposite, that alone will already put you massively ahead. Even if nothing comes from it, you will still be massively ahead of everybody else because you're willing to do what they aren't. Focus on competing in the things that actually matter. Bring you growth, money, stability, a better relationship. Those things will actually matter in the long run. Competing in things like being better at a game. Who can go to a fancier restaurant and spend more money? Who's the one that has nicer designer clothes? Is that shit nice? Yeah, it is. And it is also necessary. It's also nice to have. It's nice to be able to say, oh, I've got this, or I've done that, I've been there. Of course it is. I'm not saying that you can't do things like that. Still enjoy yourself, but do it for you. Don't do it just to say that you've outdone someone better. It's kind of like the whole, if you've been to Tenerife, I've been to 11 Tenerife. It just makes no sense. Why would you do it just to prove yourself that you're better than them in that sense? Do things for you. Do things for your enjoyment. If you truly want to compete in the things that matter internally. Once again, you're not doing it to be better than them. You're doing it for you because you want to make a change. You want to change life. And if you want to change things, you're not going to do it out of spite of others or to compete with others, are you? You're going to do it so your own circumstances get better. Plain and simple. There are a few things you can do, to kind of stay on top of the game and to generally outperform and to just make things so much better for yourself. And I'm going to refer to them as shifts. Shifting something from A to B. So for example, for the first shift is time management, or maybe even more like time ownership. It's to hone in on the things that you have to do. Don't put them off. Don't be a bitch about it. If you've got to do something, do it. Sometimes you're not going to have time because it's just physically impossible, because you've got long travel, something's happened, fair enough. But that doesn't mean you have to then not do it or just completely put it off. You can go back to it tomorrow or later. The matter of fact is that if you have to do something, do it. Schedule time, create time blocks, have a schedule for the full week if you want. I've actually done videos on time management already. If you actually do fancy check that out, I'm going to leave that on the screen somewhere here. But the point is that the more you learn to control and manage your time, out of nowhere, you're going to feel like you have so much more time than you ever did. It's because you're going to stop wasting on scrolling, stop wasting on procrastination, and it's just going to stop feeling like time flies. Because time will fly, but when you organize it, it flies in the right direction. The second shift is selective effort. You're not going to work hard everywhere and on everything, because not everything actually matters. It's kind of like the book by Mark Manson, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's not about just not caring about anything, it's about caring about the correct things, the right things that actually genuinely matter to you. Your mental health, your physical health, your relationship, your finances, your development. Those things should be your top fucking priority. Going out drinking, if you're a drinker and a party person, you don't need to completely get rid of it. Would it help you reach your goals faster? Would it help you just overall? Yes, it would. We don't need to get rid. However, it shouldn't be on the top of your list. Same with other niceties and other events and whatever it is that you do. You don't need to get rid of them. Just minimize them. Because although people kind of claim, oh, but I'm just living life, I'm creating memories. In a sense, yes, you are. But when you're older and you're decrepit and you're struggling to get out of bed, the only thing you're going to have to thank for that is all these different festivals you've been to. But those older people who still seem to have a spring in their step and just get out of bed, tie their own shoelaces, go to the shop on their own, they can only thank themselves for living a good and healthy life. And I personally know which one I would rather have. The third shift is emotional security. You don't have to express everything that you feel. If you feel pissed off, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to act upon it. You can just leave it. Sometimes it's just not worth your fucking time. If you decide to do something, you don't need to explain yourself. If you are convicted to do and go a certain way, to focus on certain things, just go and do it. You don't have to tell everybody what it is that you're up to. You don't have to tell everyone what your grand plan is. If anything, that works against you, because you're kind of tricking your brain by giving it fake dopamine, because you're talking about your plans as if they've already happened, but they haven't. You probably haven't even started yet. So just go and do it, put the work in. And I suppose once you're along the lines of it, or maybe kind of close to finishing, that's when you talk about it. Because that's when you can say, I've done, I have this, I went there, instead of saying I will. Because I will hasn't happened yet. It's still a dream, it's still just a thought. But I have is fact. That's happened. The matter of fact is, if you generally have done it, then your brain is not gonna no longer work against you, making you feel like you've already accomplished something because you spoke about it. If anything, it might even motivate you more, because you can look back on the things you've done. You can look back on the things that you felt when completing these things. Because personally, whenever I speak about the things that I have done, like past projects and things, it just makes me more and more motivated to go and fucking do it again, because it was awesome. That feeling is just incredible. So I want to chase after it again. The fourth shift is information diet. Stop consuming shite. The things that's supposed to just make you soft, the things that rage bait you, the things that play on your fantasies. Stop consuming that kind of content. That content isn't real. That content is created to keep you fucking glued to the screen and do nothing else. And worst of all, a lot of times that content, not only does it keep you glued to the screen, its purpose is to then send you elsewhere to sap you of your money, energy, emotions, whatever you can think of. They will fucking take it from you. Stop consuming that kind of content. Humor? That's brilliant. Everyone loves humor. Everybody loves to have a laugh. Consume that kind of stuff. Educational stuff, motivational things, inspirational things, DIY tips and tricks, hacks. The idea is to consume things that align with you. You can still have entertainment, of course. It's kind of like I mentioned. You don't have to stop watching films, playing games, whatever it is that you do for fun. But instead of watching those fake conspiracy videos with some GTA background in the background, start watching some more golf content because you're really good, because you really like golf. Start watching more football content because you really like football. Watch a bit more gaming content because you're a huge gamer and there's a certain game you like and there's certain strategies you haven't learned yet. Consume that kind of stuff instead, but focus more on the things that actually align with who you are. But the more you can consume of the things that actually help you grow as an individual, the better. So try and unfollowing the shite and try looking for things that actually inspire you and make you want to learn or improve as a person. And the final and fifth shift is intolerance for indecisiveness. A lot of people are just kind of like, oh yeah, we'll see how it goes. No, you decide. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna dress like that. If this is my view, then that's what I'm gonna say. Stop playing the nice guy, stop playing the nice person to please everybody. Because at the end of the day, if you are a friend to everybody, you're an enemy to yourself. Because you could be the nicest person out there, and there'll be one person that's gonna not like you because you're too nice. Why would you want that for yourself? You're not being yourself anyway, because you're already trying to please everybody, and you're gonna have people not liking you anyway. So just be yourself, man, and just make decisions for you, for your family, your wife, girlfriend, whoever. Make decisions on the things that actually matter, that align with yourself. Because hesitation is a luxury for people that do not have a goal. You can't just sit there hesitating. You can't sit there thinking, oh, this, that, the other. You can plan, you can storm ideas, of course you can. You still have to think, and you still have to be methodical about it. But when you do think these things, when you do plan these things out, actually act upon them. Stop just letting everybody else decide for you. All in all of that can be summarized to a simple sentence of outperforming everybody is mainly driven by delayed gratification. It's just being able to do the same thing over and over and over again until it works. Most people will try a couple of times, maybe even quite a few times, but when it doesn't work out, doesn't really bring any results, they will just stop. But the trick is to never stopping. It's just to keep going. If the current version of you right now seeks approval, avoids any kind of tension, explains themselves all the time, or waits for the right opportunity, that needs to be eliminated. It needs to be gone, fully, get rid of. It needs to be replaced with someone with complete, full intention and a ruthless approach to things. Otherwise, it's never gonna work. And it's gonna keep falling back to the same habits over and over again. Get out there and get it done.